Plays. I thought we ran the ball a little bit better today. Our offensive line got a little bit tired, but we pushed them to the limit. Number one's got about 40 plays, about 3/4 of the normal game. Some of the games we played got a little hot, but we needed to get them in a situation where the bear got on their back. They had to think when they're tired and hot. But the running game was a little better. Our quarterbacks threw the ball well. We caught the ball well. I tell you, our receivers continue to impress me. So. It was fun watching the offense. Defensively, we still got a lot of work to do and a lot of our zone coverages. We didn't play much man today. We'll start adding to our playbook on defense after working on all this technique Monday. We'll change a few things around. We'll evaluate the film and see who's going to be probable for the first game, and we'll go to 2 teams. We worked 4 teams today, 1, 2, 3s, and 4s, and we'll pretty much go to 2 teams starting on Tuesday with a little bit of threes work. But it's time we get to work for the first game. See what we can come up with. We'll run them hard next week. Still work on conditioning. We'll probably have one more scrimmage. Be sometimes next week. It'll be a situational scrimmage where we'll move the ball around in the field, sub, move guys in and out, and it will be live. And so we still got to put pressure on the quarterbacks in different situations, and we'll see if it might even be down here, but we've got to have one more scrimmage. I don't want to go 3 weeks before we have contact again. Still a long time before we play. So good day overall, good camp, and proud of the guys for how they persevered, because it's been a pretty tough second week. First week a little cool, this week a little hot. Questions?
Are you ready to make a decision yet on naming a quarterback?
No, we'll probably do that in the next week. I want the starting quarterback and the second team quarterback. It won't just be the first, it'll be second. And we want to be able to work those guys with the guys that are going to be in the game. And it was pretty close, a lot closer than what I think people think. I think all of them threw the ball well. I was really impressed with Jared Evans of his improvement since we got to 2-a-days, and he's definitely in the mix. So we'll see. We'll see how things kind of shake out as we go, and we got a lot of reps to do in the next 2 weeks before we get to the game week.
How tight is that gap between the guys that are running first team and second team at wide receiver?
Man, that's real tight. I mean, we could put any of our 8 out there, and we wouldn't. I don't think we'd take a step back. The only areas Johnny Holton is learning the offense more and more. Casey Gladney's still a little bit shaky because we're playing him at 2 positions, and in this business you only get a few shots a game, and so you run the wrong route a couple of reps and you put yourself in a bind. So mentally we got to get better with the second group, but I like where we're at. The guys are standing pretty strong and they're competing, make a lot of plays, and it was fun. We had an injury out there today. He's fine. He's moving around. That ball precaution, they take him to the ER and run scans and stuff. But he's alert. He was in Never Never Land there for a few minutes, and so just disappointed our DB did that, because we don't do that in practice. We don't drop heads. We don't get guys across the middle, and just a point of emphasis that we can look at on film and show our guys, younger guys, how to practice from now on.
Who's the guy that got injured?
Shy Alonzo.
Okay, thank you.
88. Yeah, running across the room.
Kicking game. Coming into this year, obviously it was an issue last year. How pleased have you been with those guys? Because they seem to have stepped up the consistency quite a bit.
No, I wouldn't call it an issue. I'd call it awful. I mean, we were just bad last year.
I was trying to be nice.
Yeah, we had no consistency, and they'll even tell you that. You know, we'd do well in practice, and in the game, we'd get in the game, we'd hit a line drive punt and give them a great opportunity to run it back. We'd miss a field goal or two, just no consistency. But I tell you, John Lloyd and Tony Miliano have really worked hard. And now they got 2 guys that are right behind them, or maybe even close to being ahead or tied right now. So that's what's going to make us better. We didn't have competition last year. Well, this year we got competition. So looking forward to see how that shakes out. But really proud of all of them, especially Tony and John, how this last week they have really improved. And I think caught the eye of all the players, because they don't only have to impress coaches. You know, in the kicking game, all the guys can see. All the guys can tell in practice how they're doing, how they're working, how they're handling themselves. So it's been good.
realistically, what are some of the goals, big picture, for you guys in this team this year, and what you want to do once the season gets started?
Well, we want to win the conference. I mean, that's our first goal is to win the conference, have a chance to play in the BCS. Our conference champion will have a chance if we do good in our non-conference games. But I think this team's got a good chance. There's some teams coming in. East Carolina is going to be very good. It's going to be, I think, Central Florida is going to be good. So what we want to do is, right now, the next week, is continue to try to get people in the right spots, work on our technique. When we start, and I know we start late, but when we start playing, we come out of the chute. We can't come out slow, sluggish, feeling our way around. We got to be a pretty confident football team, and we got enough experienced guys to do that.
Is that going to be hard for you, kind of keeping this team on task? It is kind of a late start, like you said.
Yeah, it's good in one way, but it's good in the other. That we don't have as long a season. Some of them have been going 2 weeks longer than us, and it bothers me, the simple fact that we can't get a game in. I don't mind one open day, but two's. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you, but it is what it is, and our guys understand that, so we'll have another couple weeks preparation and get to watch everybody else play. Who knows? We might move up to top 25 and not play a game. You never can tell.
Anything else, guys? You talked the very first day of camp about Tion Green stepping forward. Finishing camp, how do you feel he's done overall?
He's done well. He got hurt first play of scrimmage last week. Big Jeff Luke landed right on top of him on an outside run, bruised his shoulder, and Luke weighs about 270, so that's a pretty good splash. But he fought back through it this week. Took one day out, rehabbed, got treatment, and went pretty good in practice this week. But he's got a lot of competition. He's not the only guy that we've been looking at. But Tion's, he got all kind of talent, and is he to the promised land? No, he's not there yet. He's got a lot of room for improvement. He just needs to grow up a little bit more mentally in what we're doing on offense. He's gotten a lot tougher running the football, so I think it's going to be fun to watch him if he can stay healthy.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.